The wine in a suitcase stuff from Number 10 in recent days is not unimportant because it underlines that our rulers never believed the panic porn they inflicted on us. To a degree unparalleled in a world not at war, democratic governments around the planet imposed huge amounts of human misery, destroying lives and livelihoods, depriving children of their grandparents, forcing grandparents to die alone and entirely unsurrounded by loved ones, massively expanding adolescent mental health crises, cancelling millions of medical checkups as the cancer and heart disease metastasized. This government, like all governments outside of Sweden, Florida, and one or two other places, subjected its citizens to cruelties hitherto unknown in free societies, while they parted on. In a just world, the state would reimburse every single citizen it spent 2 years fining and punishing for doing no more than what the carousing public servants of Number 10 did, giving in to the basic human need for company and conviviality. In a just world. In a healthier society, the masses might well rise up and sack Downing Street, as if its denizens were as offensive to human sight as a 200-year-old statue of some bloke who had a plantation in Antigua. But as George Orwell remarked sadly after an anticlimactic mine workers meeting, there is no turbulence left in England, or in Canada, in Australia, New Zealand, insert your country here. Instead of full reimbursement or sacking of Downing Street, our elites are proposing to replace the Prime Minister with Tweedle Hunt or Tweedle Truss, and a year or two hence Tweedle Starmer. Yeah, that's bound to fix the problem. Omicron is fizzling out. In Britain, Sage is admitting that their sagacity is worth tuppence three farthing from the grab bag table at the church bazaar. This is some graphics showing about how all their predictions of up to 6,000 people a day dying from Omicron were the usual rubbish, as they have been for 2 years. But just because there's no killer virus is no reason not to tighten the screws on the emergency without end. Yesterday, Austria voted in its mandatory vaccination law. Canada's not quite there yet, but a judge in Ontario has just issued a gag order forbidding a father from saying anything in front of his 10-year-old son that, quote, calls into question the safety or efficacy of the COVID-19 vaccine. So you cannot disagree with the state's view of the vaccine in front of your own children.